So we're looking at lesson 4-3, patterns in nonlinear functions. This is problem number 1, classifying functions as linear or nonlinear. So let's take a look at the problem. It says pizza. The area A in square inches of pizza is a function of its radius r in inches. The cost C in dollars of sauce for a pizza is a function of the weight W in ounces of sauce used. Graph these functions shown by the tables below. Is each function linear or nonlinear? So we're going to look at determining if the function is linear or nonlinear by looking at the graph first. So there's multiple ways we can determine if a function is linear or nonlinear. Let's look at the graph. And so this is the pizza area, and this is the radius, and this is the area. So if we're given the radius, what's the area? And so I'm using a free graphing calculator called www.desmos.com. And so here's my first one. I just come here to add an item, and I go to insert table, and then I'm able to plug in my numbers. So I plugged in the numbers, as you can see here, and I've actually turned it off. So I'm going to turn it back on, and I can't see them because look at the numbers that I have here. So I'm going to zoom out, so I can see. There's my first point. It's my second one, and I can look at that and see this is not going in a line. It looks like it's curving. Let's go ahead and keep going. And again, so this does not look like a line. So because it's not a line, that means that it's nonlinear. And so here, if we look at it, same thing that they've done here, I can tell that it's curving, so it's nonlinear. Now let's look at the second one. Let me turn this graph back off. Let me plug in here. And let me zoom in this time. If I look at that, that looks like it would be a straight line. So because that's a straight line, that one is linear. Alright, so let's look at the guided number 1 now. So it says the table below shows the fraction A of the area of a piece of paper that remains after the paper has been cut in half n times. Graph the function represented by the table. Is the function linear or nonlinear? So again, this is my table, here's my x values, and here's my y values. And I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to turn this one off. I've already plugged it in here, and I'm going to just turn it on. And I'll look at it. Does that look linear to you? Look like it's going in a line? Let's zoom in a little bit more. If I zoom in, move over, doesn't look like it's going in a line. So I'm going to say it is non-linear. So will the area in part A ever reach 0? Explain. So let's look at this. Does it look like it's something that is slowly and slowly getting less and less? But it shouldn't ever reach 0, right? I should never have an area of 0. So it'll look like it just keeps going closer and closer to 0. So I hope that this helps.